All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what's up? My name is Jessica Lauren. I help go-getters like you ditch the excuses, do the work, and make ish happen. All right, y'all. So let's talk about the nitty-gritty. If you've been around here for any length of time, I am launching my own stationery business. And if you're new here, you can check out this playlist right here, so you can see the behind the scenes of what it's like to start a business from scratch. So my custom packaging is coming in, which I'm gonna show y'all in another video. Newer samples are coming in. I made quite a few changes to some things, and we are getting so close to launch. I'm just waiting on one more thing, and then I'm gonna just hit go. Like, let's do this. Let's get it all on and popping. As things are starting to come in and being solidified and finalized, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm starting to get scared. I am starting to be like, all right, Lord, I'm excited about this. I want this to succeed, but I can't help but to think about the past. Those past times where I was excited about a launch and it flopped. Those times I released like some new online thing I was super excited about and I got one sale, or you know, like just anything, a blog post I had published on got 2 views, you know, like I just started to think about all the times that things just didn't go my way, right? Because I'm a pretty positive person. I think that if you build it, they'll come. If you pray over things, things will happen. Like you align to your customers and all of that. But I have stone cold, hardcore evidence of quite a few failures in my life, right? Whether it be my acting career, auditions I went to that didn't work out. Just, I got a whole list, honey. I could go like this of how many times I failed. And so I'm getting excited, but I'm also feeling really weighted down by the fact that this might mess up, that I might not get a sale, that people won't resonate with the vision that I have for it. And I'm just starting to go ham. And you know, when you be on Instagram, you be living your best life, but something will pop up and it'll be like, rejection is just God's redirection, right? And you like, okay, sure, yep. It just doesn't feel good in a moment when you are failing, flopping, when things aren't working out like you expected. And so I saw that just like, girl, I know it's true, but I don't want to hear that right now. Like, I want to be in my feelings. I want to feel sorry for myself. So the other day, me and my little 14-month-old son was hanging out in his room. Now, this baby just kind of learned how to walk. Maybe like when he started walking at 12 months, but he really just started getting a little bit good a couple weeks ago, right? This man, even though he just got good, he want to run, he want to jump, he want to leap, but his favorite thing to do is to try to climb up his dresser. That's all I do all day long. No, get off the dresser, come here, sit down, but this particular time he had all the dressers open and all the drawers open. It was just to climb it, and I picked him up and I'm just like, Kobe, you can't climb on there. He's falling down and woe is me, you know, just doing the whole 9. Now, mind you, I was like, Kobe, you got to get down because we got to get ready. I was getting ready to take him to this fun little space that has a cafe side for the parents and then a play space for the kids. I'm talking ball pits, slides, a bouncy trampoline thing. Like, it's so much stuff in there. We've been several times and he loves it, right? So I'm like, come on, Kobe, we got to get down. You got to get dressed. I don't want to do this, because right now in his life, the only fun thing in his vision is climbing up that shelf. That is like being on Nickelodeon Guts. Now, if you get that reference, we are both old. It's time for you to, you know, go get your colon checked out, okay? But that's his mecca. Like, he is like, I'm on 10 about this shelf. But for me as his mama, I see how dangerous it is. It can topple over him, hurt him. He can smash them little cute little fingers, and I don't want that to happen, right? And so I'm just like, come on, dude, I got other stuff planned. Like, we about to go have fun. I'm about to let you eat some ice cream. You about to get some cookies. I'm gonna let you drink on some apple juice. Like, let's get going. But he is still stuck on this shelf that was not designed for climbing. I did not buy that for him to climb or smash his fingers in. And in that moment, I was like, is that how God feel about me when he be trying to redirect my tail from failure, flopping, and all that other stuff in between? I said, Lord, not you using my parenting moment to try to parent me. Is that what we on? But it made perfect sense. All those times I was praying and striving and yearning for certain people, places, and things and accolades. They felt good at the time. They made sense to me. It felt like they aligned with my vision and purpose. But I didn't know that some of those situations, some of those circumstances, some of those projects, some of those people weren't in alignment with who I am deep down inside, where God wants me to be, who God wants me to serve, where God wants me to live. It might have not been in alignment, even though it felt really, really good. And those times, God snatched me on up out of a situationship where something fell through in my business, or I didn't get the client, or whatever the case may be. It was for my own good. God had better, bigger, bolder, more tailor-made things that were just for me, right? But in the moment, I couldn't see it because it felt like a failure. It was embarrassing. Everybody watched me fail. Why? I felt like I was talented enough. I had the skills. I had the right education. Why does it happen for everybody else but me? But secretly, deep down, God was like, this is just not for you. I didn't intend for this thing that you might be good at, that you might feel, good in. It's just not for you. Like, it looks good, but I kind of got that for somebody else. What I have for Jessica Lauren is a little bit down the road, and I need you to take you off of that so that I could get you to where you need to be. And I was like, dang, that little Instagram post kind of hit now, right? Rejection really is not nothing to take to heart or feel like, whoa, it's me. It's just redirection. It's just to get you back on the right track, right? Let's break it down. You get in your car, you turn on GPS, right? You put on the address, you put in Google Maps, I want to go to Home Goods, okay? But as you driving, you just might make a left when you should have made a right because you was listening to a podcast, rocking out to Beyonce or Victoria Monet, whatever the case may be, baby, and you miss your turn. And God first of all, the GPS isn't gonna be like, well, she missed her turn, I'm gonna just let her keep going in the wrong direction. No, that GPS be like, hold on, baby, up at the light, you gotta reverse to make a U-turn, make a right, go this way, go down this street. Like, it'll get you back on track to where you need to go, right? And I'm like, if my GPS can do that, why can't God do that in my life, right? And so I started to think back on those situations where I flopped, or I failed, or I missed out, or I missed the opportunity, or I was too late to the game. When I look back and see, like, actually all that stuff worked out. The jobs I lost, the friendships that ended, the flops in my business, it all made me better. I came up with better projects. God attracted me to better people. I met the people that were supposed to be in my life in XYZ. If you're in the midst of launching, publishing, producing something, and you're nervous that like it might flop, fail, you might be embarrassed, XYZ, I want you to take a minute to just let all that ish go. And just know that even if you make a wrong turn or slide a little bit or it didn't hit the way you thought it should, that means that you're out of the game forever. It just means that you need to reverse and let God redirect you. You might need to pivot. You might need to switch up the approach. You might need to change the brand to do X, Y, Z, but it doesn't take you out completely. God is redirecting you into something greater, more aligned. Like in my mind, I'd be like, oh Lord, I want 1 million followers. I want 1 million readers on my blog. Baby, when I tell you I get stressed out right now, commenting to 20 people, like you be thinking like you want all these grand, big things. You're like, God, it's not happening. What's wrong with me? Nothing. He just don't like, you can't handle 1 million followers right now, baby. You be tripping over 20, responding to 20 comments. Calm down, right? The things that I thought I really, really wanted and worked so hard for and was striving to make happen and was forcing and trying to manipulate, and somehow it just didn't work out, right? I used to think like, see, I'm a failure. Everybody hates me. God only blesses those girls, not me. When the truth of the matter is that my perception was just wrong. there was nothing wrong with me. I was just on the wrong trail. God is like, listen, I have something better than what you're grasping at straws with, right? I remember being in this horrible situationship, and just, you know, like when you're hurt and you got low self-esteem going on and you don't know your self-worth, you're just like, I just really want him to be my boyfriend. When is he gonna pick me? And God just snatched that man up out my life after I had to pray fervently, like, God, I can feel that this isn't who I am. The hurt Jessica aligns with that. The Jessica that's like not healed, she wants that person, but I know deep down inside who I am doesn't align with this dude. God, please let that man go. And after 3 years, sure enough, I finally had the strength to walk away. And in that, I met Will, somebody who day one was like, I like you, I love you, let's go. The other guy had to beg to choose me, to beg to go out, to beg to be seen in public with me. It was just very different and clear and whole and pure. I didn't have to shuck and jive for nobody else's love, right? But at the time when things fell apart, I was devastated because I thought that's all I could get in this life. That's all that I deserved. And God is like, girl, if you don't stop climbing on that shelf, stop. I got something better for you. In my business, the times that I flopped, right? I was trying to do an in-person workshop that was gonna be like 6 weekends in a row in February in Chicago. Guess what? I got one sign up, but I rented the room to hold like 15 women. Like, it was just gonna be this intense thing. And I was hurt when I only got one sign up, and I had to tell her essentially like, girl, we gotta cancel it because ain't nobody showed up. It was a failure. It was a flop. But after crying and soaking and being pissed off and saying, what was me? Things only work out for everybody else. After I got through the pain, I sat down and was like, how can I make this better? What does it need to be? I made it a virtual cohort, worked one-on-one with people. People didn't want to work in a group. People wanted to work with me one-on-one. And guess what? I launched a very successful coaching business that I ran for 3 or 4 years. I decided to pivot away from coaching because it was a ton of work, and with having a little one, it's hard to do. But I birthed a coaching business from a failure, from a perceived failure. My acting career, it didn't pop off the way I wanted to, but it taught me how to be confident on camera, how to speak my truth, how to come up with, a storyline and hold people's attention. And from that, I birthed a podcast that was on air since 2017. So those failures aren't that. They're actually gifts. It's information on how you could show up, do something better, let something go. So you have to not take it personally and just really come to terms with the fact that it really is redirection. So with all that being said, as I'm getting ready to launch and I got the fear just percolating and I'm really, really afraid of failure, I have to remind myself that I've always bounced back and that I am capable enough to figure this out, that I trust that my audience will make good decisions and buy my planner. You know what I'm saying? I have to trust that God is showing me to the right people, that is opening doors for me that I have no clue about, because I believe that He can do exceedingly better than I could ever dream, ask, or think. If I could do that for my son, like if all he want to do is climb up on furniture, but I'm like, listen, we going to a pumpkin patch, we about to go apple picking, we about to go to this play space, I'm about to hook you up with swimming lessons. Why couldn't God do that for me in my business, right? So if you're afraid of failure, I saw a quote that was like, if you're so caught up in being afraid and you're so caught up in self-doubt and you're being really negative, that means you have gotten out of flow. Creativity is all about flowing and doing what feels right in your intuition. Of course, you got to know your market and price your products, and opening a business is very, black and white. But there are some elements that are just about trusting the process and being confident in what you created. So if you are anxious and worried and all of that, that is warranted, right? Because this is a scary thing. But see if there is any room in your life where you can get back to play, where you can get back connected to being in flow, get back in touch with your purpose. Why did you make the product? Why did you launch the YouTube channel? Why did you start the podcast? Why did you start telling jokes? It don't have to be nothing super deep, but why did you start? Who are you impacting? What stories are you telling? What curses are you trying to break? What are you trying to do? Get back in alignment with that. And that'll start eliminating some of that fear, because you'll get back into the flow of your purpose. Why did I start this? It's to help encourage, inspire, heal, make people laugh, whatever the case may be. Once you start getting back, centered and anchored in that, then you can be like, okay, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I built something before, I can do it again. None of us was born with a social media following. None of us was born with customers, newsletter signups, subscribers. None of us was born with that, right? Everybody had to start off at zero. And then from zero, somebody's gonna believe in you and buy one product. Somebody's gonna hit subscribe. Somebody's gonna hit add to cart. Somebody's gonna hit whatever button that needs to be pushed. So don't feel like you gotta have it all figured out today. You gotta have all your ducks in a row today. No, start now, but start in alignment with your why. You gotta reconnect. Why am I doing this? Because the more you stay disconnected from that purpose, the more you'll allow fear to play with your little man. Like, see, you remember that time you failed, you flopped, you did that. And when it started doing all that, just say, hey, that wasn't a failure. That was God just redirecting me and making sure I got back on track. So I thought I would share that with you as I'm just going through the fear muddy waters. That one, all of this is just an experiment, right? If you tackle this thing you're launching, or this product you're producing, or this show you're producing, whatever, as if it's an experiment, hey, I'm just playing around. I don't have all the answers. I don't know all the things, but all I'm doing is taking my next best step, making an educated guess. I'm just refusing to not show up and dim my light. I'm just showing up as the best me I can be. And then I'm trying to see what sticks. Will this planner work? Will this t-shirt work? Will this joke land? Will this, workshop hit? I don't know. You cry, feel your fears, dust yourself off, and try again. You can dust it off and try again. Let me do the Leah. Ooh. Let me do the Leah. And then and all of way, and the shy on the first date. What about the next day? Oh. Girl, what? But no, all jokes aside, just keep going. Feel the fear, but do it anyway. Do it anyway. That's just your inner critic trying to get you safe and not take any huge risks. But this is your one big life. If now ain't the time to risk and have fun, I don't know when will. So just do it. And I'm taking my own advice and just being like, fear, I know you try to show me my failures, but I'm okay. I learned from those things. I came out better, stronger, wiser, with better ideas. I'll be okay this time too. So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. If you like messages like this, I want you to check out the actual audio podcast. It's called the Sunday Jumpstart Podcast. It's a weekly podcast helping go-getters like you ditch the excuses, do the work, and make ish happen. You can find it in the description. You can check it out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm here on YouTube doing content like this, but I'm also kind of vlogging and showing behind the scenes. So if that's your jam, please subscribe and like and share. Let me know what you guys are working on in the comment section. What obstacles are you facing? Is fear starting to come up? Anxiety? Let me know. I would love to just help each other out, because we got up in this piece, okay? As always, I love you guys. I'm praying for you. Subscribe, like, and also sign up for the notifications of when my stationery shop launches. It's called the Sunday Jumpstart Paper Co. It's down in the description. The people that sign up today will get 10% off their first purchase during launch. So if that sounds like something you want, then be sure to sign up below. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Child, my hair is giving a Leah today.